Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Hope you're having a good day and this miserable Tuesday is all right for you. Just gonna sort of jump really quickly into this video. So looking at really this, I would say breaking news. It came out about an hour ago, but I was at the gym, so you can let me off. Around Newcastle's supposed interest in Antonio Nusa. So we'll look a little bit about that, as well as quite a definitive update around Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Excuse me, so plenty to get into, plenty to talk about. Just want to say, if you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And let's sort of just jump in around this news from Peter O'Rourke. And he said that Newcastle are considering joining the chase for Tottenham target Antonio Nusa as a potential replacement for Miguel Almeron should they sell him to the Saudi Pro League. Now, a couple of things on this. Obviously, yes, Newcastle, in theory, are the richest club in the world, but obviously you have to make it work with your financial fair play. Obviously, they've spent, about 500 million or even a little bit more than that, and they haven't really raised much money from selling players. And this is over the 3-year span. They've not really done a lot. So that's why they're in a little bit more of a precarious situation, hence why they do want to kind of offload maybe one or two just to kind of make sure it all works out financial fair play-wise. So, yes, I think it's Al-Shabaab in the Saudi League are the team that supposed are the team that's most likely to get Almeron. So the thing with that is Antonio Nusa isn't wanting to leave Club Brugge this season. Fine if you want to work and get a deal sorted, but he doesn't want to leave this season. He wants to leave in the summer. So Newcastle would leave themselves even shorter for the next 6 months if they get rid of Almeron, because Harvey Barnes has been injured most of the season. You've got obviously Anthony Gordon, Josh Murphy, I guess you could say, but there's not a lot there. Almeron has been a constant feature. He's been a bit of an Iron Man in a way. So that doesn't really work for them in that regard. But look, they have to sell, raise money. Spurs have obviously gotten quite far ahead in this deal. I'm not too worried. And neither should you. I just want to read you a little bit about, from Fabrizio Romano around the deal. I apologise, I've not actually got the image for you to read along with me. So unfortunately, you're going to have to listen to me or put your subtitles on. But basically, he said, we're at the contact stage of negotiations for Nusa. Tottenham are speaking to Club Brugge. They've already had 2 meetings about Nusa. So the negotiation is ongoing, and at the moment, everything is verbal. It's similar to what happened with the Dragujin before putting in an official bid. Tottenham work like this. They have a verbal conversation with the club, and then the official bid is there as soon as they know the offer will probably be accepted upon some final details. A lot of that makes sense. Not groundbreaking in regards to how any club really does it. Most clubs kind of do a lot of work behind the scenes before they then actually make the bid. They agree, all those contract details with the player. They kind of work out what kind of figure it is that the club wants. They work out a deal. And then once that team says, look, we'll probably accept that, you're happy with that, then it works on the final details of, how you break down the deal. So I don't think it's groundbreaking, but I do think Spurs are quite far along in this deal. Obviously we know contracts and contract lengths, they're not going to be an issue. We know that's kind of a quick, easy done, He wants to get loaned back. Spurs are happy to loan him straight back. It's another big tick in the box. So it's really just getting the deal sorted with Club Brugge, which I don't see it being a big issue. I think we're going to get something this week around it. I'm not too worried about Newcastle, if I'm honest, just yet. I want to talk about Pierre-Emile Højbjerg because I think this is... I've got a couple little bits for you on it. First one is from Graham Bailey, 90-Minute Football. He said that Pierre-Emile Højbjerg wants to leave Tottenham Hotspur before the end of the window closes at the end of January. Spurs will let him go, but only if it means a permanent move, be it now or the summer. So what he means by the summer is, if you're not aware, is a loan with an obligation. So even though technically he's still your player for the next 6 months of this season, what have you, in the summer, he's absolutely gone, no questions asked. That is a deal that is kind of like I always call it like a deposit on a house. You put a deposit down, you're looking to then continue to buy the house. This will be one of those that, I'm going to loan him for 6 months, but he's ours in 6 months, if that makes sense. But Ekrim Knorr added to it, said that Napoli and Juventus are still interested in Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, but Spurs will only consider a permanent sale or a loan with an obligation to buy for the Denmark international. So I thought that was key because Napoli have been linked to Højbjerg quite frequently over the last couple of weeks. Juventus have always been linked to Højbjerg for a while. You know, I've talked about why they're linked to midfielders, but they've also been teams to say financially they're not there. You know, I know they're looking at moving on a couple of players. Obviously, they just signed Thiago Giallo. So financially, they're not all there. Whereas Napoli, you probably find are more likely to grab him. Obviously, Inter aren't going to be in that race. Roma, they're going through a bit of a transition, obviously, after Mourinho left. So you don't really know what's going to happen there. You know, I really see those two clubs being the main two clubs now, unless Atletico Madrid come in somewhere. Obviously, we know Atletico wants him in the summer. But I can see it just being those two. And again, with those two, you're probably going to get a loan with an obligation. Yeah, you're probably going to get a loan with obligation. I don't think either of them are going to go, here's 20 million, thanks very much. Are they? Let's be honest. They're going to go on a loan. You know, maybe they pay you 2.5 mil for the loan. They go 17.5 is the guaranteed figure. At the end of that time, that way, you know, you're not losing out any money. You're just sort of delaying some of the money and getting a little bit up front. So it makes it a bit more financially achievable for them towards the end of that loan deal. So yeah, I think with Højbjerg, do I see him leaving? I'm really 50-50. I do and don't. I do when if Spurs can get someone homegrown, solid enough in the midfield. You know, I think, you know, you look at Adam Wharton at Blackburn, you're looking at Hayden Hackney at Middlesbrough, if you're not, sorry, Middlesbrough. I know some of you maybe don't know who Borough are, so apologies. I can't really, you know, you're not going to get a Colin Gallagher. You know, you're not going to get that sort of thing. And they want a homegrown player. So you're looking at English midfielders, and there's not a ton, because obviously Phillips looks like he's off to West Ham as well. And Henderson obviously is in Holland now. You know, I'm just trying to go through all the English international midfielders in my head. You know, Ward-Prowse would have been the only one, but he's obviously at the West Ham and having a great season. So yes, I can, but I don't know. I also see no, because even though maybe we might have one or two midfielders back, you know, obviously from African Cup of Nations, when you look at Sarr and Basuma out there, obviously Maddison's coming back, you've still got Lascelles, so you've got Bentancur, you've got Skip. There is some options there, but I don't see Spurs getting someone in who they're happy to work with right now to replace him. Whereas I think you could get like an Adam Wharton and bring him in still and sort of work with him, you know, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But anyway, guys, end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section below your thoughts and feelings around Newcastle and Nusa and all that jazz. Obviously, as well as Højbjerg and his interests. I want to know your thoughts and feelings about it all. I want to, you know how I work. I'll always respond to you. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, it's the end of the video. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.